Welcome to Building Fortunes Radio. Make sure you check us out at buildingfortunesradio.com. Along with our marketing partners, we're here to help our PM Marketing Network Lead customers build their businesses and make the world a better place. At Building Fortunes, we know how much your business means to you and the people important to you. So spread the word, tell a friend, join our newsletter, and go make a difference in your world. Now on to our show with your host, Peter Mingles.
Hello, everyone. Peter Mingles here. You're listening to us on Building Fortunes Radio. That's www.buildingfortunesradio.com. Today is Saturday. It's August 20th. For those people that are looking at their calendar, it's 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and we are here with a great friend of ours. His name is Dr. Ariston Awitan. Dr. Awitan and I have worked together for a really long time. Matter of fact, I think I've worked with Dr. Awitan when he was in 2 or 3 different states as well. That's how long we've been kind of working together. He was actively practicing as a physician. He's been doing network marketing and home-based businesses for a long time and wound up actually moving to my local town. So I've had the great fortune of being really close to a Dr. Ariston Awitan. Now, one of the reasons why we do this radio show every Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time is many of you are listening in perhaps live, and you're interested in doing something maybe a little bit different than what you're doing during the week. You're looking for a way to make some extra money, or maybe you're looking for a way to be able to buy back some of your time, or all of those things that would probably be appealing to doing something with a home-based business. For me, I'm always interested in doing all of those things as well as running a profitable business. So when Dr. Awitan explained to me that he was doing something with a cryptocurrency, I said, Dr. Awitan, I'm really interested in doing everything I possibly can to forward the advancement of cryptocurrencies because of the predatory rates that I pay to my banks or my credit card processing or to the other payment processing we have. See, if you had a better, faster, easier way, less intrusive way of being able to move the money around legitimately, then you could actually increase your profits. And I probably lose, when I say lose, meaning wish I could reduce tens of thousands of dollars every single year, tens of thousands of dollars every single year in the predatory rates and the fees that I pay as a result of just having to deal with the traditional ways that you process and move around products and money. So legitimately, by the way, for all the SEC, FTC, Social Security, Secret Service agents, all that sort of stuff that might be listening in. So the reality is that when he said he was doing something with Vizionary and Capricoin and Capripay, I said, I really want to learn. So Dr. Awitan, thanks for being here. Love to give you the platform to be able to showcase this really great opportunity and a product and all the other things that go around with cryptocurrency. So over to you.
Thank you very much, Peter. This is Dr. Awitan. Today, together with a visionary business presentation, I'm going to discuss to you the application of the wisdom of Confucius, the ancient Chinese philosopher. The ancient Chinese philosopher Confucius expressed his belief in the importance of learning from experience when he wrote, I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. Confucius related the acquisition of understanding and knowledge directly to living and experiencing. I do and I understand. The wisdom has guided me during my early years of training residents in orthopedic surgery, whose goals are to become skilled orthopedic surgeons. I always preached to them during their first day of training that they cannot be skilled surgeons if they just listen to lectures, because what they have heard they will forget. They have to see what they want to learn by reading books and journals, looking at how the surgical procedures are done in the operating room, and they will remember. But that's not enough. Just by listening and reading and looking will not make them surgeons. They have to do the procedures themselves. Then they will understand. That's the essence of surgical training. Now, every Saturday at 2 o'clock p.m., you listen to this radio show, or you may have seen my blog, or you may have clicked the link in Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or Google Plus that brought you to listen to the radio show about Vizionary, Capricoin, cryptocurrency, or CapriPay. But I won't be surprised that after a few days or weeks or months, you will forget. But if you read the text published in my blog, then you will remember. But you would never fully understand it unless you join me in the business and do the business to buy your mining time and mining slots in your website and let Vizionary mine Capricoins for you. And if you sponsor your friends to join you and you get commissions and bonuses and accumulate more Capricoins every week, then you will understand the business. Listening to more webinars, radio shows, and watching more videos about Vizionary, Capricoin, and CapriPay, and doing the business will make you understand more and more, and you will then realize that this cryptocurrency revolution will be with us for a very long time, and is the business today that will allow you to diversify and secure your assets from the rapid devaluation of the US dollar or any fiat cryptocurrency. We have a global problem. We are facing an economic crisis. Luckily, we have a solution. So without further delay, let's listen to David Stacy, top visionary leader from Cape Town, South Africa. And here we go.
In more and more cases, we are facing an economic crisis because banks are going to close in the years to come. Countries will go bankrupt, and unfortunately people will lose their life savings. And I'm saying this because it's already happened before, and it's going to happen again. And we can just look at some of the examples in the world. In Iceland, the country went bankrupt. In fact, many bank managers were jailed for fraudulent activities. In Cyprus, it was one of the first countries in which bail-in applied, which means that the banks confiscated the deposits of their customers. And I don't think many people realize that once you put your money in the bank, it no longer belongs to you. It belongs to the bank, and it's really just an IOU. In Argentina, prices doubled overnight. In Greece, as recently as last year, capital controls were implemented, and the population, the community, were only able to withdraw €60 a day. In Zimbabwe in 2008, they experienced hyperinflation. In fact, the inflation rate was something in the region of 87.6 trillion%, and that's with 21 zeros behind it. Zimbabwe is also in a major problem at the moment with cash shortages, and there is problems that are happening throughout the country and in the streets. Venezuela is also a country that's going through some major problems at the moment with hyperinflation. So as I say, this has happened before, and it's only when it really gets close to home that people start to take notice. But all economic indicators are pointing towards a global recession and a currency collapse. And I like this warning from Simon Black when he said, will you be prepared when everything we take for granted changes overnight? Will you be prepared, for example, when the banks confiscate your deposits, your monies that you have there? Let's have a look at some of the problems in the global financial markets. Well, the dollar is depreciated by 88% over the last 56 years. The national debt in America is now $19 trillion. And that debt is in fact more than the GDP. In Europe and the UK, the debt is in fact equal to the GDP. And in Japan, the national debt is 2.5 times the gross domestic product. So depreciation erodes the value of money. It's a way of taxing people. And when expenses exceed income, and I think we all know this from our own personal situation, it leads to insolvency, to bankruptcy. And this is where the world is heading. Personal debt in America has reached record levels. Credit card debt is now over $1 trillion. Financial slavery has really become a reality, and people are working to service their debt, to pay their expenses, and not because of their own passion. Modern slaves are not in chains. They are in debt. And as I said, people are working to cover their debt, to cover their expenses. We can't change what happens in the economy, but we do have control over the choices that we make. So make your choice wisely and prepare yourself for a currency collapse, and consider diversifying into smart money. Now, what is smart money? Well, cryptocurrency is a way of ensuring your finances and protecting your wealth. It is one way of doing that. Bitcoin has really paved the way for us. And as Roger Ver has said, Bitcoin is the most important invention in the history of the world since the internet. So let's have a look at Bitcoin, the very first cryptocurrency. It was established in 2009 by a person or people by the name of Satoshi Nakamoto. Nobody really knows who he or she or they are. But what is important is that the value of the Bitcoin went from only 1 American cent to now over $600. In fact, I think it's trading around about $650 to $670 at the moment. So had you invested $100 in 2009, this would be worth well over $6 million in 2016. Bitcoin has also been accepted by many merchants around the world, in fact over 600,000, and many brand names that are accepting Bitcoin as a payment solution. And if you look at the graph below, you can see that for the first 3 years, there was very little movement in the value of the money. And then suddenly, in 2013, in fact, it spiked at over $1,000, and it's now trading below that level, but it's likely to increase further. In fact, only recently, a couple of weeks ago, the mining of Bitcoin was actually halved. So that will have an impact in time on the value of Bitcoin. But really, having spoken about that, we now have another opportunity to plug into this new technology. And that new technology that was developed by Bitcoin is called blockchain, which is just really an online ledger. So what I want to do now is introduce you to Capricoin, because this is an instant digital payment solution, and it's also going to be a new global currency, because we've got the technology, we've got the marketing strategy to take it to the mainstream global market. There will be many cryptocurrencies. We're not saying that Capricoin will be the only one, but it is a unique brand. It's the very first one which has the technology and the marketing plan to take it to the global mainstream market. It has its own blockchain technology, and today, exactly a year ago, it was launched on 2 external cryptocurrency exchanges. So it has an independent market value valued on those exchanges, which is Bittrex and Blue Trade. So people can buy and sell their Capricoins on that exchange without going through Vizionary at all. So cryptocurrency is a language which expresses a value, and that value is to exchange things of value. Now, Vizionary brought Capricoin to the market in 2015, and Vizionary is really the mining and the marketing arm of Capricoin. the first coins which were allocated on the 16th of March last year, and at that time, 174 Capricoins were allocated per slot. Over a 10-year period, only 200 million Capricoins will be mined and will be allocated. But an additional 8 million Capricoins will be used to reward members for verifying transactions through the blockchain. As I said, Capricoin is listed on 2 external cryptocurrency exchanges, which was on the 20th of July 2015. Those are Bittrex and BlueTrade. Now, Capricoin is a dual hybrid coin, which means that it has proof of work, which is the work that goes into mining the coin, and also proof of stake, which is the work of verifying transactions on the internet. Here's an example of a wallet that is proof of stake. You can see in this wallet there's 4,291 Capricoins, and just by having that wallet open on a desktop PC or a laptop, these wallets verify transactions that take place when coins are transferred from one wallet to another, and the member is then rewarded with a portion of a Capricoin for every verification. And this can be quite lucrative. Here's an example of our CapriPay mobile application where we can actually use this facility to transact and to pay merchants from our Capricoin wallet. We'll look at a little bit of that a little bit later. So Capricoin gives power back to the people, and it eliminates the abuse of power that we see that takes place through the centralization of power. It has low transaction costs, very fast transactions. You can send Capricoins anywhere in the world within just a few seconds. There's no chargeback, so there's no risk involved in once you've made a transaction, that is it. It's also exchangeable into fiat currency. So anywhere in the world, you'll be able to translate or transfer your Capricoins into a local fiat currency, whether it be dollars or euros or whatever country you're in. It's also a decentralized currency, and it's also inflation-proof because there's a fixed money supply. As I said, there's only 200 million coins that will be mined over a 10-year period, and scarcity and demand will always ensure that the Capricoin appreciates in value. But what does give Capricoin its value? Well, there's two real things. One is its usefulness as a currency, and as I said, we have the technology to make it a useful currency, something that we can use every day to purchase goods and services. And the second thing is scarcity of supply. As I said, there's only 200 million coins that will be allocated over the next 9 years that is left. So it's really demand and supply that determines the value. And that can be determined on the external exchange because that will give it a value, and also through its usefulness and its utility in the Capricoin economy, which is our own ecosystem. Capricoin is designed to appreciate in value. So what if you had a currency that just appreciated in value rather than one that devalues over time? So that what you can purchase with a Capricoin in 2016 will give you a lot more in the years that lie ahead. Now let's have a look at the differences between Bitcoin and Capricoin in terms of the advantages and the benefits that we do have. With Bitcoin, there was no strategy to bring it to the market at all. That's why I said for the first 3 years, it had pretty much a flat line. With Capricoin, we have a formal marketing strategy through Vizionary, and our membership base is growing rapidly every day. Secondly, mining and verification costs are increasing with Bitcoin because it's the miners themselves that have to verify any transactions. and it's estimated the costs are escalating rapidly and could be in the region of about $60 million per month. With Capricoin, the resources used will never increase because it's our e-wallets that does the verification, and it does it behind the scenes without any active involvement. Bitcoin, there was no collective effort. With Capricoin, we have a global effort via our network. With Bitcoin, verification of transactions takes time, where in Capricoin, those transactions are instant and you can actually transfer money from one person to another within a few seconds. With Bitcoin, it's also very difficult to convert into local fiat currency, and with Capricoin, we're going to have an instant conversion process through a mobile application. And finally, Bitcoin has been very volatile. It's fluctuated in price because it's been seen as an investment, whereas we have designed the Capricoin as a transaction currency for everyday use, so we would like to see a gradual appreciation in value rather than a large volatile fluctuation. Now, this is the management team of Vizionary. Tahir Ali is the CEO of TopSites. He is behind the development of the whole software process. Andy Morbitzer is the president, and he's also the master distributor. He's from America. Jesper Benson from Denmark is the network strategic advisor. Frode Berg is the CEO and the visionary behind Vizionary. And Ladislav Pasteur is the CFO. So we've got a well-balanced management team with expertise not only in management but also in the network marketing industry. Now, if you're interested in joining Vizionary, you need to buy a mining package, and you can buy a bronze, silver, gold, platinum, or a Vizionary package. Each one has its own euro price, and each one has its own mining slots, and every mining slot will allocate a certain number of coins to you. Every week, 500,000 Capricoins are in a pool, and that pool is divided by the number of slots that mine in that week. At the moment, we're looking at between 10 and 20 coins per slot, but we anticipate that that will decline rapidly over time. So now is the best time to get involved because you're going to get the maximum number of coins at the moment. Each package also brings with it a certain amount of commission value, and that is what determines the payment in the binary system. And again, each package has a maximum number of mining slots that you can mine per week. So let's have a look at the compensation plan. I'm just going to look very briefly at as an overview, because there's also some passive income streams as well. In fact, there are 12 income streams, and 5 of which are passive. But firstly, you have a direct sales commission of 10%, and 70% of that can be taken in cash, while 30% needs to be reinvested into mining and acquiring more Capricoin. There's also a binary commission structure, which pays between 50 and 80 euro per step when you have 500 CV on each leg on a weekly basis. The high cap is 32,000 euros per week. There's also a matching bonus which can be paid down to infinity. It's fully automated mining, and Vizionary does all the mining for you. You set your slots 10 weeks in advance, so it saves you time and money, and you don't need to invest in any significant equipment at all. So you get your Capricoins from the weekly Vizionary mining pool. As I said, it's allocated on a weekly basis. You now have the opportunity to load your Capricoins into your e-wallet before they become a mainstream currency and before they really appreciate significantly in value. At the moment, the coins are probably at around about 30 dollar cents on the exchange, and they've already appreciated over 600% since it launched in a year ago exactly today at around about $4. I want to look now at CapriPay, which is really the first cryptocurrency payment solution. It has its own integrated loyalty program and also a mobile digital wallet. It is a fast, secure, and easy way to make payment. And this is the payment platform, the payment system. Whereas Capricoin is the cryptocurrency, CapriPay is actually the wallet and the app and the merchant cashback process. CapriPay, really the first cryptocurrency payment solution with an integrated cashback using a globally respected cryptocurrency. So that's really what it's about. It's also a loyalty program, and it's designed to empower merchants to develop and promote their business. These are some of the benefits. There's no transaction fees. It has a free payment solution with cashback. So it does away with cash deposit fees, credit card charges, and other fees as well. It also benefits the merchant's customers because the customer receives benefit every time there's a purchase made. The loyalty program also notifies 5 people every time a purchase is made. So that's another way, really, of promoting the business through the CapriPay system. And really, it's there to help grow a business, able to send your customers information about new products and offers and deals. It's a promotional loyalty program. So what are the costs? And maybe we need to look at the fine print of that. What are the costs for a merchant? Well, there's no startup cost. There's no application cost. There's no monthly cost. There's no annual cost. And there's no transaction cost. So can anybody lose here? Well, there's no fee to get started. There's no joining fee or admin fee. And there's no application fee. There's no losers. It's actually impossible to lose. In fact, the only losers will be the merchants and the consumers who don't participate in the program.
Okay, I think, Peter, we have time for station break.
Actually, we're running a little bit late, so we only have about a minute, so I'll let you wrap it up, and then we'll end it up.
All right. Thank you so much. Now, we have about a minute. You have to listen to our previous radio shows at www.buildingfortunesradio.com. Click on the picture at the middle of the page to access the MP3 links. You have listened to the show, but soon you will forget. So in order to remember it, log into my blogs and listen more to the videos and read the text at my blogs at umongosblog.com/A Awitan, and also in my other blog, Make Money ABC123.com. And I invite you to join me and do the business so that you will understand more what benefits you can get with Vizionary Capricoin CapriPay business. For more information, call me at 1-713-392-5493. My website is instantpaylowfee.com. This is Dr. Awitan with my friend Peter Mingles signing out. And remember, I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.
You've been listening to Building Fortunes Radio on buildingfortunesradio.com. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check us out every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time for the designated Building Fortunes Radio segment with Peter Mingle. Be sure to check out the buildingfortunesradio.com website for our featured segments. It's been our privilege to have you listen in. At Building Fortunes Radio, we wish you the success you deserve and are willing to work for. So spread the word, tell a friend, join our newsletter, and go make a difference in your world.